Hello, my amazing, miraculous friends. Today is a very, very special day in chiropractic. It's called Founders Day, and it's the day that chiropractors celebrate the anniversary of the very first chiropractic adjustment. Now, Daniel David Palmer, better known as D.D. Palmer, was born in Canada in 1845. And after the Civil War, many Americans were heading to Canada, and he headed south. And he had a lot of jobs. He owned a market, he was a fish peddler, sold some vegetables here and there, even a school teacher. But then he got into health. He got into metaphysics, got into spiritualism, and as he was studying different health principles, he was doing something that was popular in the day called magnetic healing. And it didn't use magnets. That's where you use different polarities in your hands to try to work and draw out, whatever health problem was seen in his patients. And he developed a theory. See, the theory of disease based on germs was very popular. And yet he said two people can be working side by side at the same workbench. One gets sick, one doesn't. If it were germs, wouldn't they both get sick? They can be eating at the same dinner table side by side. One gets sick, one doesn't get sick. If it were germs, wouldn't they all get sick? And so he said, I believe that yes, germs may exist, but it's the internal resistance of the body. Why do some people have better resistance than others? He called that tone. When the body was working optimally, it was in tone. And he decided there and then that the problem was pressure on nerves, and signals from the nervous system weren't going through. And he didn't have a lot of research available at that time, a lot of scientific methods, but he was proven correct. If the nervous system has stress or interference, the body cannot function optimally. And so he had this theory, but how was he going to test it out? Enter Harvey Lillard. So this is taking place at his office on Brady Street in Davenport, Iowa. And Harvey Lillard was an African-American janitor. And one day, Harvey was sweeping under the staircase and cranked his neck, and something popped. And over a short period of time, he lost his hearing. Not completely deaf, but he could not hear the horses on the cobblestones, dut, 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 right out the door. And so he was talking to Dr. Palmer, and he said, well, I've had this hearing loss. I can't hear what you're saying. And Dr. Palmer said, hey, can I check your spine? And he said, oh, you've got a bone out of place in the lower neck. Do you mind if I rack it back into place? And for some God unknown reason, Harvey said yes. And so he adjusted it, pop, boom, got it back into place. And slowly, within a few days, Harvey got his hearing back. And so D.D. thought, hey, I've found the cure for deafness. And this has been repeated scientifically now, that what was happening is it was nerves that went to the inner ear blood supply. So the inner ear wasn't getting enough oxygen, and that's why it shut down. He didn't find the cure to deafness. You know why? Because he started adjusting all these deaf people, and none of them got their hearing back. But they all had other life-changing positive benefits from being adjusted. And his young son was about 17 years old by this stage, and said, Dad, we have to start sharing this. And he's like, no, son, this is just going to be kept in the family. And the son, known as B.J. Palmer, decided to talk him into opening a school. And the Palmer School in Davenport, Iowa was founded in the late 1800s. And so we go from 1895 to 2021, 126 years. Chiropractic is now the largest drug-free holistic healing method on the face of the earth. And I'm proud to be a chiropractor. I'm proud of our roots. So D.D. Palmer is known as the founder of chiropractic. He died in 1913. His son, B.J. Palmer, known as the developer of chiropractic, kept the profession going and expanded it. Such visionaries to take that. Now, spinal manipulation, that's been around since the Dark Ages. Thousands and thousands of years. There's spinal manipulation shown in cave drawings. Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine. Remember the Hippocratic Oath? Hippocrates said, look to the spine for the cause of disease. And so this was going on. So the concept of spinal manipulation wasn't new. The concept of nerve interference and vertebral subluxation, that was new. And putting the science, the art, and the philosophy together. Well, I'm so thankful to our founder, Dee Dee Palmer, and our developer, BJ Palmer. So happy Founders Day, everyone. This is the Wellness Doctor, Dr. Jeffrey Clark, coming to you with light, with life, and with love.